Now, NDC flag bearer John Mahama will tonight officially outdoor his running mate for the 2020 elections, Professor Nana Jenopo-Kwadjaman. In the studio with me is Evans Mensah, who is head of our political desk and host of our coverage later this evening. He joins me in the studio for more on what to expect. Evans, I mean, there's much enthusiasm building up to this event. We start at 6, right?
We start at 6, so this is what, some 30 minutes away. Already the team is setting up at the UPSA. We're going to have Araba Kumsin, we're going to have Parker Wilson from location in-house. Myself, Kojo Yankson, Winston, MFR Pau would, of course, do justice to it. We're going to give ourselves a whole clear hour to build into 7, which is when the event itself starts, because there's a lot to go through, sort of set the tone for the event itself, and to put some context to what you might possibly hear her say. We had anticipated a few things that she might say based on everything that has happened since the name was made public. A bit of research, digging into her background in her constituency for people who know her, but also, of course, some of the criticisms, her work at the Education Ministry. We really went into that, fact-checking some of the claims she has made in the past, interviews she's granted, what she had said are her key achievements, and fact-checking that really to see whether indeed she did achieve those things that she's talked about. But I guess we call it this, the Jane and John puzzle, solving the Jane and John puzzle, because it is actually a puzzle, how the two can combine to deliver victory for the NDC. And so that is fundamentally the puzzle we'll try and attempt to solve tonight ahead of the event itself starting at 7. And so you'll see a lot of analysis. Watch out, by the way, for the strategy notes. The strategy notes, after every round of analysis, will tell you what the strategy note is. I mean, in other words, based on analysis, what should the NDC be doing to going into 2020. A lot of it you can find as pretty controversial. A lot of it, it's based on fact and figures. Look out also for the story in the numbers, all starting at 6. Okay.
So, of course, the Jane and John puzzle we're going to be. But for you, as head of political desk, how do you see this puzzle panning out for the NDC?
I wish I could tell you, but I would just say wait till 6. Just wait till 6. I mean, because that is exactly what, but you just need to stay tuned. I mean, and that is a key question. That is really at the heart of what we're going to do today. Trying to fix that problem and fix that particular puzzle. We are going to go as far back as 1992.
Okay.
To try and solve the puzzle. We are going to go into John Mahama. We're going to go into Rawlings. We're going to go into Mills, and what they have done over the years, and how that history could be relevant to Jane and John.
Okay. We'll be looking out for that conversation. That's about some 28 minutes after this bulletin. It comes up, and Evans has already mentioned to you all the people who are going to be here discussing the issue. But let's now cross over to the University of Professional Studies and look at preparatory work so far. My colleague Parker Wilson is there. Parker, how are things shaping up on the ground?
Right, so the NDC, I can say, is set for tonight's event. And just behind me, Veronica Bucket. So any individual who seeks to get to the auditorium would have to, first of all, go through the process. And when he is done, he moves to the entrance of the auditorium, where you see a number of security personnel are here checking the temperature. And as you can see, this young man is checking the temperature of the multimedia technician who is going into the auditorium. So this is the process here. And some of the leading members of the party who are here, especially the deputy general secretary of the party.
Okay, so these are visuals, live footages from the UPSA where we've set up for the event. The event is coming up at 7, but our discussion, running up to the event at 7 is at 6 p.m. Evans has already been outlining some of the things to expect. Parker is back on the line. Parker, for viewers, what should they expect at 7 when the event commences? What have the organizers been telling you?
So the organizers say that they are hoping that by 7 p.m., all the invited dignitaries will be seated for them to commence the program. Of course, they'll take a few speeches from the chairman of the party and also some of the people they have invited. And from there, we'll listen to the policy statement of the running mate, Professor Jinana Opoku-Agyeman. And so that is what you expect. They are hoping to finish this program within an hour. And I just saw Alex Sebefia just walk in. And so they're expecting that within an hour, they'll finish this program. And then we can all head back to our offices. So this is what we should expect from the NDC this evening.
Okay, so my colleague Parker Sipaka Wilson with some live updates from the UPSA where the event starts at 7.